In San Diego, where the median home is over $1 million, small mistakes have a different price tag. And I've watched buyers that lost $50,000 or $100,000, sometimes more. And the worst part was every single one of them thought they were doing the right thing. In this video, I'm going to cover 5 mistakes, real deals, real money, and exactly how you can avoid them. And by the time we get to number 5, you're going to understand why most agents won't catch any of them. I'm going to save you lots of money. These weren't reckless decisions by these people. They're just small choices that felt completely reasonable in that moment, but they can cost you a lot of money in the long run. And if you don't know where they are, you could do them or repeat them. So if you are thinking about buying in San Diego, feel free to subscribe. Watch this video. Hopefully it helps you, because this is exactly the stuff that's going to save you a lot of money. So here are the 5 that I see the most. Number 1 is the Zillow agent. I was chatting with a couple who had just relocated from New York. Beautiful home that they got in Bay Park. It was remodeled. They were really super excited. And I just said, hey, how did you find your agent? Were you happy with them? And they said, Zillow assigned us one. And that's where it started, because here's what most buyers don't know. That agent didn't earn your business. They paid to get it, because Zillow charges agents and brokerages a referral fee to be connected to you. And that fee affects how your deal gets handled. And in San Diego, where we're talking $1.2 to $2 million, that's not a rounding error. Your agent should be chosen by you based upon track record, based upon market knowledge, and based upon fit for your needs, not assigned by an algorithm that sold your contact information to the highest bidder. Plus, that extra 30–40% you can negotiate out of your commission. So don't let Zillow and Redfin assign you an agent. And if they do, interview them and make sure they're qualified to handle the largest investment you're ever going to make. Okay, next, fear causing you to overpay. So that same couple told me something that after the deal closed, they really felt like that they had overpaid by about $150,000. And when I asked them why they didn't push back, they said, we were afraid to lose the house, that we were there traveling and we wanted it. Fear is the most expensive emotion in real estate. The second you feel like you're going to lose it, you stop negotiating, you stop asking questions, and you stop protecting yourself. And the seller knows it, their agent knows it, everybody in the room knows it, except for you. The right agent is going to keep you out of that emotional spiral. We've seen it before. I know exactly what the house is worth. I'm going to tell you even when you don't want to hear it. So that $150,000 wasn't a hypothetical. That's exactly what this couple told me last week that they left on the table because they were scared. Please partner with an agent so that you don't do the same thing. Now, I will say, if you hit a 10 out of 10 and you've got the money and you don't care, then go ahead. I do counsel my people, don't lose a house over $5,000. I might counsel them over $150,000 to walk away, but hey, if it's their dream home, it's not up to me, it's up to them. I'm going to get them the house if they want to pay that. But meanwhile, in this market right now, you really do have choices. So I don't see a reason for buyers to overpay in this market. And that brings us to the number 3 mistake that buyers make: the wrong location. I had a buyer searching in a specific area. We'd done a buyer consult. We had all their criteria. I set them up on an MLS strip. We went and looked at houses. I give them a stack of business cards so that they can go to open houses and look on their own. So if they just want to tootle around, that's what I do with all of my buyers. We give them a stack and just let the agent know that you're partnered with me. And you can see, it doesn't mean I'm not showing them houses, of course, but you know, most buyers do like to just pop in on the weekend at their convenience, instead of scheduled with kids and stuff like that. So we had all of their reasons, their criteria, proximity to school, commute, lifestyle. We had a clear plan. And then they went to an open house on one weekend in an entirely different neighborhood up in Oceanside. They fell in love and bought it with the listing agent. They called me and said, we found the perfect home. However, it wasn't even close to what they originally needed. And here's what I want you to understand about that story. Location is one thing you cannot fix. You can remodel a kitchen, you can add a bathroom, you can update every finish in your house, but you cannot move away from the freeway, you cannot change your proximity to schools, and you cannot fix the commute or the flood zone or wildfire zone. Emotion picks houses, strategy picks locations, and you need both in the right order. So mistake number 4 is leaving money on the table. There is real money available in this market right now. There's closing cost concessions, price adjustments, rate buy downs, terms, but only if your agent knows how to ask and has the track record to back it up. So what does that mean to you? What that means is when you get a loan, you have closing costs, which are approximately 1 to 3% of the purchase price. And you also have a commission, which is approximately 3% of the purchase price. The commission is negotiable, the closing costs are not. You can ask the seller to contribute or pay all of those things, but you need a good agent that knows how to structure these things. You can also talk about a rate buy down, which if, for example, the rate is 6%, you can have the seller pay to have the rate brought down to, say, a 5.75 for a certain amount of money. Generally, it's for a certain amount of time. Sometimes it's for the lifetime, but very rare. Generally, it's like a 2 years or something like that. But there's a lot of money and a lot of negotiations that are being left on the table if you don't have a savvy agent in this marketplace. So if you're a buyer, make sure that you are aware of that. So for instance, I recently negotiated $17,000 in credits on a single transaction, and it wasn't because the seller wanted to give it, or even in this case, because the buyer specifically asked for it, because I knew what to ask for, how to frame, and when to push, because in this case, it was a material defect and the buyer deserved to have a credit for it. They were moving from another state and were very gracious just to get their offer accepted and didn't want to upset the seller, which is really sweet and understandable, very cooperative in their negotiation. Wonderful couple. At the same time, we need to make sure that we represent our buyers and let them know they have this option. If we ask for a large credit, the seller can respond and say no. They can say part of it, but not this part. So it is a negotiation. And even if they say no, the buyer can come back and say yes. It doesn't even have to break the deal up. It doesn't mean you still can't get married. If the seller doesn't agree to your entire requests, you can negotiate through them, or of course you can walk away. That's a buyer's option. The seller cannot cancel. That's important to remember. A lot of buyers do not know this. A seller cannot cancel. Let me say that again. A seller cannot cancel. So if they get a better offer behind yours, they can't cancel you and kick you to the curb. Only under the condition that the buyer does not perform. And in California, that involves what's called a notice to perform that has to be given before a seller can cancel. But in general, without a breach of contract, a seller cannot cancel. So most buyers never see that money, not because it wasn't there, it was because no one went and got it. Okay, on to mistake number 5, not understanding and structuring the deal correctly. Most buyers don't fully understand how their loan and closing costs actually work together, and I'll be honest, most agents don't either. Fair, because I used to be a lender before real estate, so I do see this differently. I really do, and here's why it matters. If you're planning to sell in 3 to 5 years, how you structure your costs at closing changes your net when you walk out. A slightly higher interest rate with a lender credit might save you thousands of dollars up front, but cost you thousands more if you stay 7 years. Or the reverse could happen. There's really no universal right answer. There's only the right answer for your timeline. And you should cover this in your buyer consultation. Remember, this isn't just a house. In San Diego, it's the largest investment and financial decision of your life. So you need someone who understands the financing side as well as the real estate side. Not every agent does, nor should they have to. Loan officers, that's their job, but we work together in our fiduciary obligation of representing you. So let me recap what we covered today to save you money. Buyers make mistakes. Mistake number 1, you didn't choose your agent. An algorithm did, and it cost you money and representation. Mistake number 2, fear took over at exactly the wrong moment and left thousands of dollars on the table because nobody asks. Mistake number 3, emotion picked the house, and location is one thing you cannot fix after the fact. Mistake number 4, money was there to negotiate during the transaction and it got left because no one asked for it. Mistake number 5, most agents don't understand your loan and your closing costs or how they work together. I do because I used to be a lender, but again, partner with a lender who can explain those things. You don't expect every agent to understand all of the loan products. That wouldn't be fair. I'm just telling you that it needs to be understood and communicated. And none of these mistakes happened because someone was careless. They happened because decisions felt right in that moment. But in San Diego, those small gaps compound fast. 20 grand here, 50 there, 150 when fear took over. It's not bad luck, it's a pattern and it is completely avoidable. So buyers who get this right, they don't guess. They get guidance before they act. And if you're thinking about buying in San Diego, most buyers just don't know what they don't know. It's okay, but it's too late if you have to fix it later. And that's the gap. And that's exactly what we close before you ever write an offer. So feel free to book a call with me. My QR code's on the screen. There's a relocation guide here as well, and also in the top pinned comment. I'll help you map out exactly where you should be, help you understand what you should be paying and what to avoid before you ever step into a home. I can connect you with a trusted lender, and I can actually connect you all with realtors nationwide. I'm with eXp Realty. We have 70,000 plus realtors nationwide. So if you love me, but you're in a different market and you really trust me and want to be connected to somebody, just give me a call or text me or whatever. I'll help you guys out. Don't worry about it. A lot of these mistakes I can spot in 30 seconds before you ever write an offer. So don't leave anything to chance. All right, enough tough love for today. I'm going to run out and stay sunny, San Diego.